beautiful Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your monthly reading for May. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, May is a pretty monumental month astrologically. We have 3 major events to look forward to. The first major one being the full moon eclipse, and that's in the sign of Scorpio. It occurs on the 5th of May. And eclipses, they tend to bring very chaotic energy. So you may feel a little bit more pressurized than usual during the actual event, but they can also bring tremendous change. Now, being in the sign of Scorpio, this can indicate clandestine changes behind the scenes, not just on a personal level, but also on a global scale. Now, anything that starts to surface on a global scale in the month of May, it's only the tip of the iceberg. The full reveal comes at the end of the year. That's what I'm definitely feeling there in terms of the energy. But also, on a personal level, this may drain your energy initially, but encourages you to really make powerful changes in your life. Changes that you may actually keep to yourself until they are fully realized. Now, whenever you're working on something in private or behind the scenes, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong or there's not anything negative to do with it. It tends to mean that you just want that privacy so you don't have any distractions, or you just want things to go in the way that you hoped so that it's not jinxed, or that, you know, you don't want anyone to influence your circumstances. So I definitely see some of you working really hard in silence regarding something that means a lot to you. And you're actually attracting good stuff to you at this time as well, okay? Now, whilst you will feel a little bit drained, exhausted, frustrated and a little bit pressurized regarding the eclipse. Nobody likes to hear that, but that is the energy that the eclipse can bring for you. It won't last long. It will actually pass quite soon. It does offer a portal of self-knowledge to confront things that you've outgrown in order to declutter your life and revamp your circumstances. Now, on a global scale, you could see some shocking events unfold during this month. Some of these events could be related to the financial sector because, of course, we're entering Taurus season. Now, Taurus season is all about money, acquisitions, savings, pensions, inflation, financial structures and alliances, and we're already seeing major shifts on a global scale towards a more digital currency. So you'll hear more about that in the news in May, but things don't get fully realized or come out and be exposed a little bit more until later on in the year. So it's just something to look out for. I can see these major shifts occurring. I mean, I feel we all can, but the planetary alignments kind of lend themselves to aid these changes a little bit later on in the year. Now, we do have Mercury going direct. That is a very positive sign. You'll actually feel that influence from the 15th of May, even though you'll start to feel the energy from the 14th, because that's when it is going direct. If you've been feeling a little bit like low energy, low vibration, or finding it difficult to find the exact words to kind of, it's interesting because I'm picking up the energy right now, finding it hard to find the right words to express yourself. And if you've been stumbling over your words like I have during Mercury retrograde, then you're actually going to find much more eloquent energy as we move throughout the rest of the month. So when Mercury goes direct, From the 15th of May, you'll actually be in a better position to launch a project or negotiate a better deal, find the words to express yourself, or pitch an idea, or maybe even sign a contract. And you may notice also that any electronic equipment that has been either freezing for you, or the internet has been out and there's been delays in sending messages, you will notice that that is influenced by Mercury retrograde, and these things will find resolutions as we move into Mercury direct. Now, Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus, and that is with us until May next year. This is a very positive energy. So even though you'll see like certain things come to light in Taurus season regarding the financial sector, you will actually be able to tap in more to an energy of prosperity during the next 12 months, okay? So you're being given opportunities to really tap into that energy and use it to its full advantage. So setting up second streams of income, capitalizing on your finances, perhaps selling things that maybe you've outgrown in order to bring some more money into your bank account. There's definitely lots of opportunity available to you. And if you are out of the working environment right now and you're trying to get back in, or you're trying to get a job, there's definitely opportunities, especially in the month of May, for you to really step into a position. I see one being offered to you that brings a lot of financial reward. Now, I do have to mention that there is a little bit of a glitch. Don't get me wrong, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, abundance, expansion, and good fortune. So it's not all doom and gloom, but there is a first alignment that can be a little bit chaotic. Jupiter moves into Taurus and then it aligns with a clash with Pluto immediately. And Pluto is the planet that is associated with all that's hidden coming to light. So you could see some very shocking exposés that actually will benefit the collective, knowing that it's out and about, whatever it is. And there may be a little bit of frustration that if it's been held in secret, there could be, as I said, developments going on behind the scenes. But the planet of Pluto is also associated with pandemics, okay? Not just the one we've just been through, but pandemics in general. So you may see a reminder of the difficult times that we've just all been through. Now, nobody wants to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. But you may notice it talked a little bit more about in mainstream media. We may revisit this time, and it may, feel a little bit difficult or a little bit. I mean, there may be some developments, more data, or some changes in that sector, so look out for that, variations. So there'll be a little bit more discussion about it in the month of May, especially in the latter half of May. So I just want you to be aware. I always say it's important to be informed, but not let it upset you, because forewarned is forearmed, and we do have Jupiter on our side. It's present this time round, which suggests an easier time for us all, okay? So I just want you to be aware. It's nothing to be paranoid about or anything, just want you to be aware. Now also, because we have Jupiter's benevolence right up until 2024, there's going to be some major changes and restructures after May 2024. We will get to that when we get to it, of course, but ultimately this period encourages us all to detox our body, mind, and soul, really connect to healthier things that help us along on our path, declutter our life and our thoughts in order to become more clear and precise about what we want, as well as restructure, okay? May will also be a time where you look at your budgets, so you may get organized a little bit more than usual with your finances and protect all that you have worked so hard for as well. So you'll be looking at where you house your finances, protecting it by making sure that institutions that you house your finances are not linked by license, so that you are covered with insurance should there ever be a financial fluctuation, because if they're linked by license, you're only covered for the one. I mean, that's of course if you're above a certain threshold. Not everybody is. My gosh, that would be incredible. So but I see that you're being a little bit more financially savvy this month because of the influences in Taurus season, okay? Now for you, my beautiful Capricorn, your fifth house, the pursuit of pleasure, is taking over. So you may feel like getting out there and having a little bit more fun, bringing more spontaneity into your world, especially if you feel like you've got stuck in a bit of a rut. If you're looking for love, you're definitely going to try and get out there. And I definitely see that there is a new opportunity in love for you, but you may be lamenting something from the past, okay? And it may resurface, those feelings may resurface. You don't want to revisit the past or the person, but there may be some blockages. Once you meet someone new, you may suddenly feel a little bit of anxiety or a little bit of doubt, or you may start to look out for patterns that you experienced in past relationships and wonder, is it going to go the same way? Well, the answer is no, it's not going to go the same way. I do not see a disappointment here for you. I see a very wonderful, loving relationship headed in your direction, but we'll get to that in a moment. Also, this will be a very creative time for you, so finding creative solutions to any problems that you've been trying to overcome. Also, if you have children, you'll be deepening your bond with that child or your children. This month is really about loving your body, mind, and soul as well, and finding perfect situations for you. It's also about putting your wonderful self in a situation to not just find a soulmate if you're looking for love, but also to find self-care, peace of mind, personal development, and heal yourself, okay? Now, your 11th house takes over from that, and that really gives you a boost to connect with friends and be more sociable. Lots of invitations coming in or opportunities to get yourself out there. Some of you will learn a new hobby during this period, but most importantly, the 11th house is connected to the law of attraction, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. So whatever it is you're trying to manifest, and you have the Magician card twice this month, especially at the end of the month, which indicates you are in a very strong vibration to attract all that you desire, okay? So those are the influences. Your first card is the Wheel of Fortune. I would say write a wish list this month, because with the star energy, it indicates a wish is delivered this month. The stars are aligning to bring you something that you've been attracting for some time. It could be a new project. It could be you finding your purpose, or suddenly discovering parts of yourself that you feel have been dormant for a little while, especially over the pandemic, perhaps because of that, alignment. It doesn't always have to be about the pandemic per se. It can be about how you feel coming out of that, the changes that you've made, the restrictions you put upon certain experiences because of advice that we were given. It may be about you releasing those energies now and really getting back to life, or getting back to some sort of level of normality in your world. I'm only mentioning it because that energy is coming up due to that alignment. I'm going to move away from that energy right now. This is going to be a very lucky month. The Changing Cycles card indicates that you are in control of some changes in your life right now, and they're going to benefit you long term. The Changing Cycles also indicates lots of wonderful surprises going on in your life this month. Things will work out perfectly. Any calculated risks you take, trust your intuition, of course. I feel they will work out perfectly for you. Also, lots of lucky breaks. It's like what you have in your mind, you can have in your hand. Think it, have it. That's what I'm really picking up here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune card basically represents the cycle of life, being up and down in life. And this month you're on the up, okay? I definitely see that there's a lot of abundant opportunities available to you to tap into, and I feel like you're appreciating all that you have in this moment. There's some really great karma coming your way, and I feel if you've been searching for meaning or purpose, or you've been feeling a little bit lost on your true prosperity path, or you've been struggling with something, because I do see struggling with a disappointment, or you feel something has really tested you recently. It could be people are testing your patience, or it could be that you're feeling really frustrated that something that you've been training for or fighting for has been delayed or challenged, or because what they're showing me right now is like a maze in the water, okay? It's you walking down a maze and thinking, okay, this is the direction I'm headed in, and suddenly there's a wall, and you're like, oh, okay, let me just reverse there and just go into a different direction. And then you come up against another brick wall, and you're like, oh, come on, really? 2 brick walls? Let me just reverse and, and trying to find a way. Eventually, you'll get to the goal, but you may have felt that you've had a lot of setbacks recently, or you may have felt that things have been difficult. There's been an obstacle at every turn. So if you're trying to action something, perhaps, maybe you have to, say, for example, you want to get an extension on your home. You're rebuilding. You have to get planning permission. You have to go through certain channels to get the job done. You may find that there's delays or bureaucracy, or people saying, oh, no, you can't do that. You have to go to this department. And then that department says, oh, no, we're not the department that deals with that. You have to go to this department. I feel like there could be some of that going on in the month of May for you, okay? So, I mean, I'm just giving you that as an example. Could be that you're calling up about a bank transaction and they're like, oh, well, let me put you through to the right department. And then you're on hold for about 20 minutes and then they put you through to a department. You find actually it's not the department you want. You need to be transferred to somewhere else. And then in the end, you are given a phone number to call that's completely different and you've been on the phone for 40 minutes. So there could be a few of those moments. I'm not saying it's to do with the bank, but it could be if you're trying to change something. Some of you may be registering something, or there's just a little bit of a delay. It's going to cause a little bit of frustration, but it will be resolved. So I feel the month of May, although things are going really well for you, I feel there is a little bit of a test of patience going on that I feel it sort of dissipates and becomes resolved round about the 13th of May. Then things get much easier. So just watch out for that. Now, some of you may literally be changing cycles in life, where you are thinking about relocating or wondering where you belong in life. Some of you may be thinking about moving abroad or even moving to a different part of the state that you're in or the area that you're in. Some of you may be actually just looking at where you are in life and on your path right now and asking the bigger philosophical questions. Am I where I thought I should be? And if the answer is no, then you're making radical changes that will benefit you, and there is more luck available for you to tap into, okay? Interesting. They're really highlighting on this card. My guide literally pointed to the word Nord. Nord. Now, I think that means north, okay? North. So some of you may be literally going north for travel or vacation. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. This part's not going to resonate for everyone. It just came left field there. Some of you may actually buy a pet, or adopt a pet, or go to a sanctuary that looks after pets and adopt one. I mean, what I see is you really connecting to one, and you may have to travel north to actually pick that pet up. Okay, so I'm not sure who that resonates with, but that's just coming through there. So maybe this is something that somebody is planning right now, and it's just coming through as like a big spurt of energy for me to tap into. So I'll leave that there because I feel that's very, very precise. Some of you may have been mulling over whether you should get a pet, or and feeling that perhaps you don't have the space right now. In the future, things will change for you, and you will have a place in your life for a companion, a familiar, or a pet. So I don't know, someone is perhaps thinking about that, and that's out there. Eventually, long term, you will have one, and it will be a beautiful friendship. So I'll just leave that there. Now, because we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups, I mean, at grassroots, if some of you are looking for love, there is definitely an opportunity coming through. You'll be talking to someone that it'll be very flirtatious. You may find them a little bit immature at first, okay? But I feel their energy is quite endearing. They're not immature. They're just very playful. And even though they have that playful spirit, they do take life seriously. And they are taking love seriously as well. So just go with the flow is what I'm feeling there. And I feel it's like you manifested this person to being. And I do feel this could become a very serious relationship quite quickly. Not too quickly that it's not organic, but I do feel if you're looking for love, there is a high potential for you to meet someone this month. And it could be somewhere where you challenge yourself, either going to the gym, or you've got a hobby that you do, or there's something that you're really passionate about, and there's a new person or a new addition that catches your eye. Well, you certainly catch this person's eye as well, okay? I mean, it could even be that you're going to a conference where you're standing up to give some information or your input or your thought, or you're just going to observe a conference, and there's one of the speakers there that are really giving a very stimulating conversation. This person's very interesting. They're very passionate, and they're very intense, and they're very exciting to be with, okay? But they're also very smart. I feel like they got their own business going on as well. And this person, I feel this is the beginning of something very interesting, okay? Now, if you're in a relationship, I definitely see you rediscovering a spark with you and your person, especially if Both of you have been struggling to find the time where you match either on your schedule or, both of you may have been working really, really hard because I see there's been a lot of pressure recently. I feel you're going to find more time in the month of May, either to go for a quick getaway, maybe even a romantic dinner, or just a date night inside if, money's a little bit tight there. I definitely get an opportunity for both of you to come together and rediscover why you fell in love with each other in the first place. There's going to be a lot of romantic energy around you in the month of May, as well as passion. Now, at grassroots, the Two of Cups, so whether you are looking for love or not, or whether you are in a relationship or not, or whether you're just comfortably single and you're not looking for any companion there. The Two of Cups at grassroots is really about vibing at the frequency of your heart and attracting it into your life. But because there's dolphins here, they represent having fun. So some of you may be thinking that you've been a little bit bored recently, or just a little bit disenchanted with life and feeling that it's just the same old thing on a different day. And you want to bring a little bit more spontaneity into your world, as well as a little bit more fun. And you're trying to either find your soul tribe or find where you feel like you belong, because they're giving me the word belong in the water. This is definitely a month to establish yourself, either in a group setting or establish yourself on your true life's purpose, where you're going to meet the right people who vibe at the same frequency as you. Now, there is a goal that you have here. You're keeping your eye on some sort of project or prize. You will accomplish it, and you're going to get it quicker than you thought, okay? Because they're indicating at speed there is an accomplishment, something you'll celebrate, and it's very rewarding. It actually will make you want to go out and celebrate. Also, with the Two of Cups, this is a card about finding balance and harmony in your emotions. And if you've been feeling a little bit lackluster, or, you've had low energy, or you've been feeling unmotivated recently, I feel your energy levels start to fluctuate until they recalibrate and come into balance. So a lot more peace of mind, a lot more harmony in your life, and you're going to start to see lasting, replenished energy and, relationships and friendships blossoming, okay? I do see here as well you connecting to friends or people you consider your soul tribe in a deeper way this month as well. Now, also, the Two of Cups indicates some of you are making some changes in your life because you feel the exchange is off. So if you've been putting a lot of effort into a career, and you feel like you're not fairly recompensed for it financially, you're going above and beyond, but you feel the money is not going above and beyond into your pay packet, then you may restructure. Some of you may decide to leave a situation behind in order to go to work for a company you've always really wanted to work with, or you could set up your own, entrepreneurship, and I feel financially there's a lot of money on offer for you to tap into. So if you are not in a working environment right now and you're frustrated because you can't find any work, there's definitely an opportunity coming in. It has been slow moving, but that's because it has to be the right opportunity to make you feel like you are connected to the right offer, the right money, but also have an opportunity to really tap into your skills, use your unique voice to express yourself, but also there's status with this as well. So I feel like you're not just going to take any old thing. Of course, we all need to pay the bills, and we take certain jobs because we need the finances. And then there's stuff that we really want to do that perhaps we'll connect to, and it will also bring in finances. But we've all done jobs that we thought, oh, I don't really want to do this, but I got to pay the bills. I know I've done several of those and still do in order to keep the family protected and finances coming on in. So I feel some of you may be doing a bit of reevaluation this month and looking at areas where you feel dissatisfied with the exchange. Now, this could also flow out into relationships or friendships where you're looking at all that you offer in a relationship or friendship, that you always give your all, you're always there for somebody. And if you feel like they're just, draining your energy or taking up all of your time and never giving back, even when you need, like that one time that you may need something and you're like, oh, right, okay, I'm always there for you, but that one time I need something, or I'm trying to reach out just because I need to talk to someone, you're busy or you're not available. Even if you tried several times. Of course, if that friend is like busy on a certain day and they can't be there, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one that always takes. So I feel like you're restructuring your energy this month to really bring more balanced, reciprocal exchange into your world. Now, I also see some of you, there is a proposal available for you at the end of the month. This could be a contractual proposal. It could even be that you're setting up your own business and you're like putting some legal papers and documents together and proposing to run your business and be a success. It could also be that you're hiring people, or some of you may even be going into real estate or trying to, and you may find the property of your dreams. I do feel like you will have lots of documents to deal with this month as well. But ultimately, I feel like you're trying to bring a little bit more fun into your world. The Page of Wands indicates explore outside your immediate circumstances. Be bold. You know, try that new restaurant that's in the area. Try that new cafe that just set up. Try a little bit further afield and see what other community energy has available to offer. The Page of Wands is really about finding that energy to explore, but also to connect to your true life's purpose. So a lot of you are going to be thinking about your soul path or your true calling, and you're going to be inspired to start new things or start new avenues, or just connect to new projects that really make your soul feel like it's invigorated and there's a lot more vitality, motivation, energy. Now, the Page of Wands also is a card of taking the initiative. So if there's something you like or there's something that you're attracted to, you're going after it. And also the universe is delivering it to you. This is a card of commitment. It is a card to passion, drive, and your ideas have value. So dream boldly, because it could be the beginning of a new project or it could be the beginning of a new adventure. Some of you maybe thinking about relocating and exploring your options, and there's just a fire in your belly that is going to get the job done. So it could be that you're connecting to your projects and you're finishing what you start. This is a very productive time where passion leads the way, and you're going to go and get so much done, but I feel you may approach it in a different manner so that you enjoy it. So if, for example, you're happy where you work right now, you may be like, you know what, Baba, I have no intention in leaving, but you may change the way you approach the way you work so that you bring a little bit more enjoyment into it. Or you may restructure your working environment to delegate things that you perhaps don't like to someone who does like what aspects of what you do. Or you could approach your boss or someone in charge and say, you know what, actually it'd be more time efficient if I didn't do that aspect, or we found another way to approach it. And I feel that your input is valued and you will restructure part of how you work. Now, if you're retired, I definitely get a sense here of you following your passion, trying to bring a little bit more spontaneity into your world, and really connecting to things and people that you love, or you will meet new friends, new friendship groups. Some of you may even put yourself on a group trip with other people where you explore new lands. There could even be like, they're showing me a big ship here in the water. Normally they show me like a canoe or a gondola, or like I just did Gemini and they showed me a Viking ship. But for you, they're showing me a massive cruise. So some of you may actually go on a big ship somewhere, or maybe this is like you're launching a big journey, something massive in your life. It could be that you're setting up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, or you just have a creative idea that actually will turn into something monumental long term and be very, very prosperous. Whatever it is you're launching in the month of May, or you've been working really hard to get to a launch date, May will be the month where things start to come together for you, okay? Now, they're actually showing me a cactus in the water as well. Now, the cactus can indicate that you've been feeling a little bit pressurized, perhaps maybe a little bit prickly, okay? But it may be that someone has been pushing your buttons. This could be someone in your family unit who doesn't really get you or your ideas. It could also be someone in your soul tribe who, like, they're just a little bit off right now, or even someone that you're working with has been pushing your buttons and just making you put your back up a little bit. This will get resolved, okay? But the cactus indicates you surviving in difficult situations. It's a symbol of strength and protection, okay? And even though you may feel a little bit pressurized, it is about managing your stress levels in the month of May, okay? I mean, in general, yes, but you may actually look and focus on it in the month of May. You're a very gifted person. You're very talented at what you do. Believe in yourself, because sometimes the pressure can come from you being so hard or critical on yourself. And they want you to realize that actually you're a gift to everything that you give yourself and your energy to, okay? Also, if you've been spreading yourself thin in recently and you've been neglecting your own personal needs, or you've been neglecting talking to family members, they miss you and they would really appreciate a call. But I also got an energy here of like, well, they could call me. So I just got that there as well. And I feel that's something that perhaps you may say to a family member if you haven't heard from them for a while. You may call them and say, you know what, I miss you too, and maybe you should call me sometime. But the energy that I'm getting is that this family member, I feel like there's someone in particular that you enjoy talking to but don't talk to as much. They're actually thinking that they would disturb you if they call you, because they see that you're very busy, you've got a lot of stuff going on, you've always got a plan, and this person feels that they would be disturbing you. So they actually like think that you will just call them when you are free to call them. Okay, so maybe that's a conversation that you'll have with a family member or even a friend. They actually mean it. They actually think they'll be disturbing you. So just let them know that you love to hear from them any time of day, any time of night. You'll always be there, and watch those phone calls increase. They will connect to you a lot more, okay? For some reason, this person feels like they need to be told. I don't know why. I do feel this person, they're very, they don't like to encroach on people's space, or they just like, you know what, I don't know, they're very humble. Let's put it that way and leave it there, okay? Now, also, they're showing me the cactus again, so I obviously haven't connected to the energy that you want me to talk about. Cactus, you know, this can be about, you know, protecting your equilibrium during a deep period of healing or personal development. They're also indicating that you are very intuitive and have a strong ability to see beyond what is visible. So sometimes you get interesting intuition where you feel perhaps you need to save a little bit more, or you need to protect your energy. You just intuitively know when to prepare for difficult situations. I'm not seeing a difficult situation here. I mean, there is a 5 of Cups and a 10 of Swords, so something that was very difficult to deal with is ending for you. And there's a lot of positive energy here. So I feel like there is that light at the end of the tunnel there for you. I feel you're being protected if you've been going through a struggle, and it could be that you're conserving your energy, okay? So maybe that's what the cactus represents. I mean, some of you may have just literally bought one, or you may be gifted one in the month of May. You may also see images of one everywhere. It tends to mean that you are very strong. You are good at dealing with high pressurized situations, but make sure that you have a creative outlet or a channel for those frustrations. So if you work in a very pressurized environment, or you are someone who has a lot on right now and are just feeling a little bit more overwhelmed than usual, make sure you take yourself out to either the gym or out for a run. You know, you can run around the neighborhood, that costs nothing, or you can get creative. Find that channel, that outlet for excess energy, because it may feel stifled and make you feel just really frustrated and a little bit more sensitive than usual. So just watch out for that. Now, we do have the Strength card. It's in the resistance position. So it does indicate that you've been struggling with something. And I feel some of you have been struggling with immature people or immature situations, because you are an old soul and not much impresses you, okay? I feel like you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, sent the t-shirt away, maybe burnt the t-shirt a couple of times. I just get this sense that you are very mature and you're going through a deep period of evolution, and people's pettiness and their squabbles, you're rising above all that, okay? So if you are in a circumstance where someone has tried to really push your buttons, I really feel that you're just removing yourself from a situation that doesn't need to be dealt with, because your energy is best spent elsewhere, on your projects or on you leveling up in life, okay? Also with the Strength card, because we get it in the reverse energy first, and then it gets turned in the upright by the end of May. That's all of these cards in this position. Some of you may have felt that you've lacked resources recently. This could be energy, drive, motivation. You just may have been feeling a little bit meh, and you don't know why. And you've been trying to, you know, inspire yourself. Some of you have been forcing yourself perhaps to go to the gym, or forcing yourself to do something, or knowing that you need to do something even though you feel a little bit lethargic or you feel like procrastinating. There's just this heavier energy that perhaps you've been experiencing recently. That will all dissipate in the month of May. You're going to get a boost of energy, a boost of power. Suddenly you're going to be back to your best. And I really feel like you are rediscovering parts of yourself that perhaps have been a little bit on pause for a while. Now, we do have the Ace of Cups. This could stem from, a disappointment that you've had. I mean, this card, Ace of Cups in this position, again, it's like the reverse. I feel whatever challenges have been weighing you down, disappointing you, or making you feel a little bit disconnected from yourself, you are going to overcome the struggle. And I feel there's an opportunity coming on in here that helps you move towards your goal. Now, for some of you, it may be an offer in career, or it may be an offer in property, or there's a goal you have that would bring so much peace. You will start to see evidence of it showing up in your world in May. Some of you, it may be love. You're hoping for love. There's definitely an opportunity at love here for you. You probably can't see how it's going to come into your life, but it's going to take you quite by surprise, is what they're showing me. And it's at a place where you either train for something or challenge yourself to learn something new, something exciting. Five of Wands is like, creative brainstorming. It could be different people coming together who are working towards one common goal. It could be that you're doing some sort of volunteer work, or you're just mixing with a community that perhaps there's going to be some new people. You're going to meet someone who's very, very different to you. And it's instant. It's love at first sight, okay? Moving on from that energy, I feel the full moon eclipse could raise some leftover feelings of disappointment from previous situations, a breakup or a sadness that you've been going through, and it helps you find closure over this period where you can just let it go and it no longer has a hold on you. But there's a lot of peace available to you. You're going to have unlimited resources, unlimited energy in the month of May to bring your dreams into reality, or your goals, make them a reality for you. Even in the most difficult of times, I feel like you're learning to shine your light and attract more goodness and prosperity towards you as well. Now, the Five of Wands, it indicates that there is a solution to a difficult situation. There will be harmony, there will be problems resolved, and I feel some of you may put yourself on a new hobby, or you will join that gym if you haven't, but there's definitely an energy here of being in training for something. So some of you may be at college and you're on the final leg of learning, and you're about to go and sit your exams, or you've just done your exams and now you're just waiting for the results. It's going to be very successful. You're very much in control, and I feel it's a wish come true. I feel like there's some good grades coming out here. Some of you may decide to go back to college, or even pick up a course online to learn something. Could be something to do with something you love for sure, but I feel it could be related to a childhood dream. Something that perhaps you thought about doing when you were younger, but didn't. You went in a different direction. I feel like you revisit it, okay? Now, also, the Five of Wands, it can be an indication of you looking about and seeing what's on offer and thinking everybody wants what you want, okay? But you deserve it. Okay, so if you're going, for example, for an interview, if you haven't got a job right now and you're going for an interview and there's a lot of competition for the one that you want, remember, find something that you can offer that other people don't have, because you are unique and that is your superpower. You're above the competition. I actually see a person in a position of power really enjoying what you do or what you bring to the table, and I feel like they offer it to you. But I do see that there is a potential for 2 interviews here, and I feel like one interview does not go your way. Don't let it put you off, because there's something so much better just waiting. I mean, you may even go for the 2 interviews at the same time. And what I'm getting is, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it seems like one of the interviews that you do not get, there's nepotism, okay? The person actually fills it with someone they know. So you were never going to get that job. It's not about your skills. It's nothing personal. It's actually because they know someone, but they have to open it up legally to tick boxes to make sure that they have an external application process as well as an internal one. So I really feel it's not a fair distribution, but it actually it works in your favor, because there's something way better just after that with more money, more status, and you can make it your own. Okay, so whoever that first interview, screw them, you didn't need them, there's something better coming along. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Also, what I see here is some things are being removed from your path in the month of May that no longer serve purpose. Now, these are things that perhaps you were thinking about removing from your life as you mature. You're outgrowing these situations. You're definitely outgrowing drama. You're outgrowing a sense of, it's really interesting, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, you're outgrowing a sense of needing love and looking at what love has to offer for you, or needing the things that you really wanted when you were younger. Now you're kind of like, okay, I will like those things to come into my world, and I'm attracting those things, but I'm not going to put pressure on myself. So I feel you're starting to mature and look at life in a different way, which is going to be very beneficial for you and bring a lot of peace of mind. Now, the outcome, we've got the inspiration card, which of course is a star card. So lots of wonderful new ideas. You've definitely been tested recently, and I definitely see that your hope is being renewed during this period, and you're going to see the reason why you were tested was not just to make you stronger, but actually to see that you deserve better in life. Because sometimes we accept less than we truly deserve in life. And sometimes the universe comes along and teaches us a really difficult lesson about accepting less than we deserve, especially in relationships. Okay, the most painful relationships, the most painful breakups tend to be the biggest lesson about value. So it's really important that you look at value in your life this month and say, you know what? Am I coasting in this situation? Do I deserve better in this situation? If the answer is yes, you're changing lanes and you're putting yourself on the right track that fulfills you. Now we've got the star energy, which also indicates stars are aligning to bring you something you truly deserve and desire. On a personal level, I definitely see that you're connected and you're actually starting to open yourself up to a healthier way of living. This may extend into your diet, exercise routines, sleeping patterns for sure. And to get a little bit more creative, the star energy indicates there is a better and brighter future to look forward to, and you're gaining a lot of clarity in areas of your life that you've had big questions in the month of May. So there's definitely an opportunity to go off grid briefly to really discover some of those answers that lay within you. Some of you, there'll be new projects. I definitely see music being something that is very important, integral to your journey. Listen out for songs, because they're not giving me a song for you, interestingly enough, or they haven't just now. Maybe they will later on in the reading. But what they're showing me is pay close attention to the lyrics of the songs that you hear over the next 5 weeks, because those songs are being given to you for a reason, and they connect to every part of your journey to cause a reaction, to help you get closure on stuff, to help you realize that you're not alone on some of your journey and that other people are experiencing similar things, and that you will be victorious. There's great news rushing in, and there is some sort of correlation between the music you hear over the next 5 weeks and your journey that helps you build yourself up, build confidence, and step into your power. Now, we've also got the manifestation card. Thoughts are becoming things. If you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your hand. So you're going to be very focused this month, and you're going to be very productive, getting stuff done, and it's going to feel like second nature. It's not going to be a struggle, okay? Apart from this phone call thing, like maybe calling up and being like sent to another department and another department, that's going to be frustrating. But after the 13th of May, I really feel for you. But after 13th to the 15th of May, things get a lot easier. Now, also the manifestation card is a very powerful reminder that you have infinite possibilities and infinite energy to get stuff done. Everything you need is within you. So it's really about channeling that energy, using that power and your capabilities to, affect your situation and take the initiative to affect change. So intense focus this month. You're going to be using your skills to get your goals realized on the physical plane. As I said, you're someone who is super gifted. You're very talented, and you actually have a very important talent in business. So just because you're an earth sign doesn't mean you're very business oriented, but I do feel you are a natural born leader, and you will tap into some of those skills this month. Some of you will step into a leadership role, a promotion. There's definitely an opportunity available to you. I mean, I'll pull a little card and see if there is a financial bonus that goes with that, but I do see you staircasing financially. Can you show me a bonus if there's a bonus available? That will come. Okay, the Three of Wands says it's a little way off, but it is on the horizon for you. So this could be a bonus at the end of the year. I know that's a little bit obvious. A lot of companies do give some sort of financial incentive at the end of the year, but I do feel that there is an opportunity to staircase your position in the month of May, and it will come with a little bit more money, but it might not be a bonus per se. It's not going to be like a chunk, a wedge of money saying here for a job well done. That will come a little bit later than May is what they're indicating. Ultimately, the Three of Wands indicates that there is an expansion of opportunities, and you're going to tap into that fullness to make them work for you. Also, this card indicates you're on the right track. So if you've been questioning your path and wondering, are you headed towards your goals and your dreams and success? The answer is yes. You're aligning yourself with your heart's desire. Trust your instincts and trust the process. Some of you may have been waiting or anticipating something to occur for you, but it will show up for you. The Three of Wands indicates that you've been building your confidence and should be proud at all that you've accomplished so far, and that there will be financial returns and they will be better than you expected. Okay, so when we've got the Five of Cups, I need to just pull a card on that, because the outcome here indicates some of you may be entering into new territory, which means you've got to let go of something else. Sometimes when we're opening new chapters or new doors, we have to let go of things that would prevent us from walking through those doors. So some of you may be restructuring your world. For example, sometimes success comes at certain prices. You may get the wonderful job of your dreams, but it means relocating across the country, and you may not be with your friends or family so much. So some of you may need to weigh up, the expectations and the rewards and see if it's worth it. Some of you may be stepping into a leadership position or a position of more responsibility, and whilst the status is wonderful and it comes with a little bit more money, it also comes with more work and responsibility. So you may be like spending more time in the office or more time away from family and friends. And again, you have to wonder, is it worth it? Because in order to gain something that is perfect for you, sometimes there has to be something that you let go of, or there has to be like a sacrifice. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to find the balance. Now let me just pull a card. Now with the Five of Cups, I'm sending you all a hug out there if you've been going through a bereavement. Some of you may have been going through a very intense period of sadness, and I'm sending you so much love. If it's been, well, of course it has been a struggle. You may be going through a lot of hardship. There may be, Five of Pentacles. You may have been asking for a sign. They're actually showing me a ladybug in the water right now. So you may actually see a ladybug out of the blue, and it may be in a very unusual place. It may come and join you on the table, or it may just land on you, or you may see it in your car. There's definitely... that's definitely your sign. Okay, so look out for ladybugs. It doesn't have to be a real one. It could even be like a painting, or someone sends you a meme of a ladybug, or someone sends you something in mail and it has a logo on it that's a ladybug. So look out for it. It's a sign that you're not alone, and that your prayers are being answered. Okay, and you may not be able to see the person if you've been going through a bereavement. You may not be able to see that person, but the symbol or the omen, the sign alone lets you know that they are still around you. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. Now with the Five of Pentacles, I have to pull another card, because I am picking up another energy, which is some of you, there may be an unexpected bill in the month of, okay, I just wanted to check. You will get your money back, okay? There may be an unexpected bill in the month of May. So this could be something that you didn't realize you spent, or it could be, because of the Two of Swords there, it's like, it feels very much like you're at a stagnant situation. Okay, so it's like the money gets taken and you're like, I didn't spend that. And then you go to your bank or your provider, and it just feels like you're trying to get your money back on something, and there's a bit of a wait. Okay, it will be returned eventually, but this could be your frustrating phone call where you're put from different departments. Could also mean, like, for example, if you are say, for example, you've finished a contract with a company or an internet provider and you're exchanging to another internet provider. Perhaps the old one takes 1 month extra by accident because the direct debit was still going on, or it just feels like money is just taken. You're like, hey, I wasn't expecting that. And then it does get recompensed, but there may be a wait, and it may make you feel a little bit out of sorts, and it may make you feel a little bit prickly. Okay, so it will be returned to you is what they're showing me. Anything that is lost, there is a delay, but it will be returned is what I'm seeing. Now, some of you, thank you so much, I'm sure grateful. There's something here about an item of jewelry that seems like it's lost. It will be found. I want you to be aware of that. It will be found. So if you've been looking for something, it could be anything. It could be a ring. They're not showing me what it is. They're giving me a sense of an item of jewelry, something that has meaning. So it could be something that someone gave you that are not with you anymore. It could be just a gift that you were given. It will be found. Okay, so don't stop looking for it is what they're giving me. Now also we have very interesting cards here. The next one was the Emperor energy. So because we have the Two of Cups, I feel the beginning of the month is really about you going out and having fun. And then at the end of the month, you're getting a little bit more serious, a little bit more focused on your goals. And this is a card also of setting up your own business. Some of you may be thinking about it and actioning it in the month of May. But the Emperor also indicates getting some sort of advice. So some of you will be perhaps getting advice from someone in a position of authority to help you with something either that you lost and need recompense on, or I'm actually seeing a car, even though there's no, so some of you may actually have to bring your car in, or you may be even getting a new car or trading one in, but you may get advice on it. So that's also something to look out for there. Ultimately, the Emperor is strategic. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. So some of you may be actually planning something that you will take action on. The Emperor energy also indicates leadership, so stepping into a position of status, but it's also about remaining calm in chaotic situations and offering it's like offering a voice or guidance of authority. So you may have someone who comes for advice over the month of May, and I feel you will give really good advice. Okay, you're blunt, you're sharpshooting, you're really honest, and this person will appreciate your honesty. But I would say be diplomatic, because this person who asks for advice, they're feeling really sensitive right now, and they're coming to you because they feel you can understand, and I feel they just need a little bit of softer approach. Okay, that's what I'm picking up there as well. Now, for those of you who are focusing on your finances, the Emperor present indicates you're keeping a tight rein on your finances, and the Knight of Pentacles indicates you are increasing your finances, so you're basically making some really good decisions. Your finances are based on really hard work, and your dedication and your effort is going to pay off. This indicates that you're going to start to see finances increase. You're being very prudent and careful with your finances, and you're being thoughtful with your budget. So some of you will really be connecting to better deals this month, finding discounts for things that you love or that you need within the home space. Also, for some of you who are looking for a job opportunity, there is one coming on in that brings more money than you earned before, and later on there will definitely be a bonus to that as well. Now, also with the Knight of Pentacles, there's a real indication here of you being very conservative about the energy that you give, which is really wonderful. So I do feel either you've learned a lesson or you feel tested in the month of May, and you just feel like you are recharging your batteries and just being very protective of your energy and making sure that there's a fair exchange, so you don't connect to things or food or people that drain your energy. So I feel like you're bringing a lot more healthy energy into your life. Now, the Ten of Swords, I want to pull a card on this, because the Ten of Swords, it can mean a graceful ending. It doesn't always mean you've been stabbed in the back, or it doesn't always mean that perhaps that something really painful has ended. It can mean that you're having a different viewpoint. Suddenly there's an epiphany and you feel like you are changing the way that you approach something, or you're changing the way that you think about something. Those circumstances are ending, and I feel that you are thankful that from now on you can move away from it and you're responding differently to challenging situations. Now, for some of you, you may have experienced someone stab you in the back, or this is something that's already happened, okay? And I feel like you take the higher moral ground by just cutting it free. You're cutting out the drama. I feel this could be a situation that sometimes you will think back and feel very sorrowful about. You may feel that you've struggled with someone's actions in the past and why they did it, but I feel like you're getting closure on that situation. You also get a little bit of clarity as to why this person did what they did. Can you please clarify? This person, ooh, now I never get messages like this. I almost don't want to say it, but in the future, this person will beg for forgiveness, okay? I don't like saying that because I don't like to hear the word beg, okay? But they're indicating that this person will come towards you for forgiveness. And it'll be on your terms. You get to decide whether you want to be with that person or not. For those of you who have gone through a bereavement, again, so much love out there. There are no words that can ever offer you any peace of mind, okay? I've been through a bereavement recently myself, and, you know, it's hard to deal with. It's hard to get your head around it. It's hard to fathom. I get it. And everybody's grief is going to be different, of course. But some of you may have also the added difficulty of going through the will, or going through organizing estates or inheritance and things like that. Know that the person walks by your side and is giving you the strength that you need to carry their actions through, is what they're indicating. Some of you may actually receive money from a inheritance, and whilst you would rather have the person still with you, I do see that there is a financial package coming your way, okay? I don't really like to give those messages, but it is coming through, so I'm mentioning it. That's not going to be for every Capricorn out there. I just want you to be aware of that. Also, it's only if someone has already passed before you came to this reading. I don't want anyone worrying that someone close to them is going to pass. That's not true at all, okay? Excuse me. Now, also, I feel that the Death card and the Ten of Pentacles is really about you changing the way that you give. And it may start with the family unit, okay? I feel like you are being respected. Some of you may work even with the family business, and you're just changing the way you approach it because you want a little bit more freedom. You want a little bit more fun. Some of you may take the reins in the business a little bit later on and become a little bit more powerful within that unit. But at the same time, I feel like you want to remain with that sense of individuality and freedom so that you can have responsibilities and be there and relied on, but at the same time, you're free to come and go when you feel it's right, okay? Ultimately, I feel like you're changing your finances. You're literally transforming your finances to bring more money into your life. So some of you may be ending a business to bring more money in by taking up a new opportunity that pays more, or suddenly some of you may be investing in different ways, especially to fight inflation. You may actually find your way investing into different commodities, or I don't know really what I'm talking about. I'm not into stocks and shares, but you know, you will find your way. It's really important to get advice, or, you know, do your due diligence and see someone who's already done what you intend to do, and make sure that they're successful. You know, sometimes social media can present people as being super successful. They've got the yacht in the background, they've got the thing on the go, and they're trying to sell you like how to. And I get it. They want to, you know, they want a fair recompense for their knowledge. They want an exchange. I totally understand that. But do a little bit more digging, because you may find that that person is either living outside their means. And, you know, I'm not saying everybody. I just want you to be aware that sometimes what we see is not the real deal. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Now, the Magician card, there is a lot of power available to you this month to manifest what you truly desire. And it really indicates where your focus goes, that is where success flows, okay? Now, success will look differently for everybody, but I definitely see you strongly in the powerful manifestation period where you're turning your visions into reality. The Magician card indicates you've got this, okay? You're very intelligent, you're capable of making things happen, you've got the skills, the talent, the drive, and now you've got the energy and the focus this month also to be very productive and get stuff done. So it's a perfect month to be in the flow and perhaps doing things that may even surprise other people, because I feel you're making the impossible possible this month. Now I'm just going to pull, oh no, they said no. Okay, I was going to pull one more card just to clarify the Magician, but they don't want me to. They want me to move on, actually. They're just indicating that you're going to be very precise about what you want. You're going to be very focused, and you're going to be in the flow of doing. And the universe is also sending you some lucky opportunities. They want you to be aware of numerical synchronicity. Also look out for the cactus, but be aware of numerical synchronicity, double numbers, okay? So double, well, they actually show me double 1. Then they show me a double, okay, double 1, 1111, 333. These are the ones that they show me in the water right now. So these may be very relevant. Look up the meanings when you see them. They have a specific message for you, okay? And this could be connected to your true path or to love. So please look it up online, but also look out for it. Now we have In Your Power. And the manifestation card, the Magician, is all about power, control, especially with the Emperor present as well. So I definitely feel like this is a very powerful month for you. It says living from an empowered place, cultivating your inner strength and taking your power back. And that's definitely what's happening this month. Recalibrating, taking back your power, and really connecting to your true north. And we've also got direction. So if you have been feeling a little bit lost or a little bit unmotivated recently, you're going to get that spark back and you're going to be heading in the right direction. It says being on the right path. You got that 3 of Wands earlier that really gave me that sense of, if you've been asking, am I on the right path? The answer is yes. You're aligning yourself with your heart's desire, and you are going to find more opportunities attracted to you. Even if you're retired and you've got your projects going on and you've wanted to relocate, or there's a real wish that you're trying to connect to, you're on the right track to achieve it. It says finding direction in life and your own North Star. I mean, you got the star at the end there, so I feel like everything's coming into alignment for you, everything's slotting into place, and it's because you're taking back your power and you're getting organized and you've got your eye on something. Okay, as I said right at the beginning, I think you've got your eye on a goal or a prize. And as you can see, that figure is very serious, can see something in the distance, and it is obtainable. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Your final cards, I am a creator. Now, the Magician is the master creator and is in control of their destiny. So I definitely feel that you are creating wonderful opportunities for yourself. Some of you are giving birth to new ideas, new projects, and new ways of living or approaching something. You're definitely finding yourself in the flow of your true purpose. Some of you may even find that you're pregnant this month. Okay, I don't see any shocking energy, so I feel it could be something that's planned. Okay, but I definitely see that you are nurturing something to term, finishing what you start. And we've also got I embrace change. Okay, so as you can see, that's turning your back. You're embracing change. You're opening yourself up. I always think that this reminds me of like a beehive. So your mind is a bit like a beehive where you've got lots of ideas, everything's buzzing around there, and you're being very productive, but squirreling away in silence, doing all these things. So I definitely get a sense that you are making some changes, turning your back on things that perhaps are no longer working for you or you've outgrown. With number 20 there present, that really indicates that It connects to the Judgment card, so that's about your true calling, leaving your old life behind in order to embrace something new, gaining clarity, making final decisions, and doing a lot of reevaluating in your life. And also we got number 28 there. 2 plus 8 is 10. Endings bring new beginnings, new chapters, new energy available, and a new version of you approaching things in a different way. So I'm just going to go and get a rune for you. Oh, that's so weird. I just heard, put it back. That's so weird. Okay, I'm going to go again. They just want one. That's so odd. I really wish I'd looked at the ones they said put it back, but I got told put it back, so I did. That's odd. They're just telling me you just need this one. And I'm not surprised. This is the hero or heroine rune, which is all about your potential, that you are free to do whatever it is you want. Things are going to come to a very positive and lucky conclusion for you. This also indicates the consequences of your action, okay? Being the hero or heroine of your own story. You're in charge of your own narrative and how things go for you, and the universe is stepping in to aid you on your path as well. I do feel you come to someone's aid and give them some really good advice. And they just show me one thing. I just got to connect to that. Oh, they're showing me cushions. Lots of different cushions with different patterns on them. Some has got faces on them as well. Lots of different cushions. Now, I think it's not really about the cushions. I feel like it's not what's on the cushions. I feel it's the cushions themselves, representing comfort or reaching for stability, status, and comfort in your life. Could also indicate someone comes to support you or you come to support somebody else. They're indicating that there is needless anxiety, that you are supported, but also they're indicating better sleep, a desire to rest. If you've been exhausted or tired, better rest. They want you to look at things like overstimulated products like caffeine, sugar. This could be something that's causing you a disastrous night's sleep. That's how they're putting it. I would never call it that. That's very dramatic. But yeah, so they want you to look at those things if you're having problems sleeping. It could even be get better cushion or pillow for your neck. So look out for that. That's going to be very precise. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's showing up just before I leave the reading. So I will leave it there. Okay. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.